everyone, welcome to another conversation session here at House of Maharrani. In today's session, I want to talk about mindset and how we can shift our mindset. In my previous video, I uploaded a guided self-love meditation practice. If you have not checked it out, please do, because if you are someone who is actively seeking to make changes in your life, the journey of transformation really kicks off when you realize the importance of self-love in your life. And once you incorporate self-love, then the journey is all about continuously working on shifting your mindset. With House of Maharani, my intention is to help you think about your life as something that you are in charge of. So take your life as a country, and you are the Maharani of it. You are the queen of this country. So as a queen, you decide what rules best fit your life. You make the laws. You choose what is best for the development of your country as a whole. And the analogy is to really start paying attention to how you are making your decisions, how you are making your choices, specifically when it comes to your own life. And every single decision that you make impacts your personal life, your professional life, and your social life. Therefore, mindset is so important. You have to have a growth mindset. You have to have a change mindset. You have to have a mindset of embracing changes. And changing your mindset is reprogramming your brain pretty much. When we are growing up, it's our experiences, our environment, people around us, the society, the culture, the traditions. Everything plays a part in building your mindset. And mindset is such a powerful source and force when it comes to shaping your perception, shaping your decision making, shaping your life overall. Therefore, it is so important that we take the opportunity to analyze our mindset and really make the changes where we find that it's no longer aligning with who we want to be, what we want to do, and is it adding to you progressing in your life or not. Therefore, changing your mindset is key when it comes to your self transformation, your self awareness, your self-discovery journey. To take an example of how you can see your mindset is, think of it as a garden. I use the garden analogy, or I used garden in the guided meditation too, so I feel like it fits perfectly when talking about mindset. So think of your mindset as your garden, and depending on what you sow, what kind of seeds you sow in this garden, that is what's going to flower, or that is what's going to fruit. Your mindset is the soil, and the more nutritious and the more luscious and the more rich your soil is, that's how beautifully your plants, your flowers, your fruits are going to grow. So with the analogy of the garden, the idea really is, a growth mindset is like a rich, fertile land. Your soil is very rich, your soil is very fertile. So even a small idea, a small seed that you sow in it is going to flourish into a beautiful plant, and it's going to help you see the opportunities in life. Whereas, a fixed mindset where you don't want to think about growth, where you don't want to think about changes or are accepting changes, is really, think of it as a barren land where nothing grows. So you're not progressing. When you adjust your mindset, what ends up happening is that you start seeing the world, you start seeing yourself, you start interacting with others in a completely different way, because now you see the beauty in things. You see, instead of always looking at what's wrong, you start realizing and seeing the reason why this is not going the way it is, because obviously there is probably something that you need to learn, or life is trying to show you a different way of looking at things. Imagine your thoughts as these weights that you are carrying. So when you're in limiting beliefs worries and self-doubt and consistently having negative thoughts, they are always weighing you down. Like, you realize it. I'm sure you have experienced it as well, where you feel how the negative thoughts impact your body, how it impacts your mind. So when you have a change or a shift in your mindset, and you start looking at growth, then you realize how these negative thoughts, these self-limiting beliefs are pushing you down. Hence, you start letting it go slowly. Mindset, I feel, is a very powerful tool, because what it helps you do is it helps you expand your thought process, it helps you expand yourself, your life, and you start seeing the potential in you start seeing the potential in your life. Some of the ways that I have found has been super helpful when it comes to changing the mindset is start looking at your life as abundant. We have the tendency to always focus on what is wrong, what are the problems, what are the issues. But beyond that, what we need to do is, it's almost like we all have heard the analogy of, like, see, is the glass half full or half empty? And that's the shift you need to make. Is you need to, if you are someone who looks at glass always half empty, then the mindset shift that needs to happen is that the glass is half full. Because if you always focus on the negative, if you always focus on what is lacking, then you will not be able to see what you have. And if you don't know what you have, then how are you going to utilize it? And it's almost like, if you are always going to look at the lack in your life, then you will not be able to see the opportunities and the possibilities in your life that can help you. Even if you are in a problem, then instead of, once you've realized you have a problem, then the focus really needs to be on, okay, what do I have in order to help myself get out of this problem, or bring a solution that can help me solve this problem. So when you have this shift, when you have this mindset shift, you get to the position of finding solutions to your problems and your issues, because your attention is no longer on the problem. You've already shifted your attention to the the possibilities of solution. That automatically brings changes in your life. Another way of changing your mindset, changing your bringing the shift in your life or in your perspective, can also be through curiosity. Like, be curious about things, try to learn different things, look at, like, analyze different thought processes. Sometimes we tend to become so stubborn in our way of thinking, and we just like, oh, this is my thought process and I'm not going to change it. Keeping yourself open to different ideas and learning about it, again, finding that curiousness that's within you to explore different ideas will really help you also bring a shift in your mindset, and it will help you change your perspective towards life, towards yourself, towards others. And I feel, and I truly believe that that's the way towards progress, and it's only going to help you learn more and bring new experiences in your life. Especially as women, we have so many challenges when it comes to changing our mindset. The societal expectations and the gender roles that have been put in place has limited us for such a long time. This is generational. It's been passed down from generation to generation. So overcoming these societal pressures and these norms, these notions, will require a lot of willpower to let go of this internalized beliefs that we have about what it means to be a woman. And it is so important for us to push through this challenge when it comes to changing our mindset, is because, remember, it's not just for us, but it's also for the next generation. I cannot emphasize this enough, that what we do has direct impact on the next generation, the children growing up, they are watching us and they are learning from us. Therefore we have to take the initiative to make the changes, to change this mindset and really shape our perspective to become more progressive so that we can help guide our children and our next generation to have same sort of growth mindset. Another reason why there is a need for a change in our mindset is also because we need to let go of the imposter syndrome. We have been consistently told that our role is limited and we can only do so much in our lives, and we have internalized it for sure, and that causes a lot of damage to our confidence, hence leading to imposter syndrome. Therefore anytime you find yourself in a room full of people, let's say you feel that you don't belong there, oftentimes you'll go through the thought process of, do I even belong there? Do I have the qualities? Do I have the education? Do I have the necessary skills? And always remember, if you are in a room, that means you belong in that room, and therefore it is important to bring in that confidence. And that confidence can only come when you let go of your limited beliefs, when you let go of this limited mindset that you have formed based on your environment, and again, what the culture and the society has told you for such a long time. There are also a lot of times that women have to struggle a lot, specifically when it comes to the personal and the professional lives, because we we tend to, it's in our nature that we tend to feel guilty for at times focusing on our careers and not focusing on our families. So having that work life balance is a huge struggle, and at times will come in the process of when you're trying to make this mindset shift, because again, when you've learned something for such a long time, right? You've incorporated it in your life for a very long time, and letting go of it is going to come with a lot of challenges, and you will find yourself consistently going back to the same limited beliefs and limited mindset as before. But moving through this challenge is what needs to happen. And as I've mentioned it before as well, self-love is always going to bring you back to continuing on this process. Therefore it's, again, give yourself grace, take the time, that it's fine, it's okay for you to have these difficulties. We all will go through this, because letting go of something that no longer serves you is, of course, it's easy to say than to take action on it, but it is absolutely required and it's needed. Again, if you are looking for progress in your life, if you are looking for growth in your life, you'll have to consistently work with these challenges and pass through. It's almost like you'll have to pass through these tests, and it will only happen when you actually go through the process. So again, be kind to yourself, give yourself grace, and know that we are all going through this process. And specifically women right now in this day and age, it's such a time, right? We are able to do so many things that I personally feel that the generation before us, or 3 to 4 generations before us, were not able to do. And with the kind of tools and resources that we have in hand, it has made our lives so much easier for sure. But at the same time, it has also made a lot of things confusing for us, because specifically millennial women, I'm sure you can resonate with this, because we also grew up in a very traditional environment, and then the fast-paced progress of where the world has come, it has kind of, we're in the midst of this, do I hold on to what I know, or do I continue to move forward? And I think it's a balance, absolutely. But again, what do I want to teach my children? What do I want to give my next generation? I think that if you keep that in your mind consistently, and if you keep self-love within you, this process of changing your mindset will become much more easier. One of the things that I also found myself consistently coming back to, specifically when it came to changing my mindset, was letting go of this statement, which is I'm not enough. And the reason why I am not enough, resonates, I'm sure will resonate with a lot of women, is because when we are growing up, the whole gender-based discrimination that is so deeply embedded in all of our systems in our society, that pushes us to think like that. It really makes us feel that we are not enough, and we really have to work on making ourselves worthy of whatever we do. It definitely is, and I'm sure you can resonate with this. It's very embedded in our personal life as well. How we see ourselves, how we see our body, how we see our mind. Therefore, this mindset change needs to happen, because we consider ourselves so small, and that has a lot to do with how our mindset has been shaped as we've been growing up. The whole idea behind women rights, what women can do, what they are capable of, it has been limited. It has been made to be limited, and we have made to think that it's limited. There's only so much that we can do. Therefore, this process of self-realization, transforming yourself, discovering yourself, is so important, because it makes you realize how powerful you are, how capable you are, and how innately nature has made you to be this creative individual. And there's so much that we can do in this world, but we've been told to limit ourselves. We've been made to feel small, and we and yeah, that's just like, we need to let this go. It doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve, individually, of course it doesn't. Like, if I think about it, individually it doesn't serve me if I limit myself, and then collectively as well, it's not serving us. We can see where the world is heading, and it's, again, it's crucial. Like, I cannot emphasize this enough. It's crucial that we start seeing the power that we have within us, and start channeling it, so that we can build a world with love, with kindness, with compassion for ourselves and for the next generation. The mindset shift is also going to make you realize that we consistently are functioning in fear, and we have to let go of this fear of perfection at times, because we're always trying to make things perfect, and perfection is your interpretation. And once you determine what's perfect for you, that's what matters. And again, I keep on mentioning this again and again, but everything is just made up. Like, you decide what works best for you, what works best for your life, and function through that perspective, function through that mindset, and it is going to move you towards living a life that is in alignment with your heart, with your spirit. And it's going to bring you joy, it's going to bring you fulfillment. Life is ups and downs. We cannot, there's going to be happiness, sadness, all every emotion is going to be packed into our lives. And I think it's not about, oh, I'm going to be happy all the time, but seek happiness, choose happiness. And that will come once you start realizing that your mindset is something that you create. And how you do that is something that you have to decide for yourself. You must make this choice of shifting your mindset, seeing things from a different perspective, and trying to understand what sort of experiences it brings you. This journey of self transformation, self discovery, is going to lead you through experiences that only you can only know once you go through it. I can sit here and tell you everything about my experience, and share what goes along in this journey, but but you must take that action. And again, it has to be you who has to experience it. Your mindset is key. Your perspective about life is absolutely crucial when it comes to shaping your life. So take the time to understand how you can incorporate these changes in your life. Learn about it, find the resources that are, that are applicable to you, that aligns with how you are living your life. Does it, because all of the everything is a practice. And everything is, right now you have the power, you have the tools and the resources in your hands to find answers to your questions. So take this moment of exploration to understand yourself better, and really move towards a path that takes you through progress and takes you through growth. That's all I have on this topic for today. Thank you so much for taking the time and listening to me. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Until next time, take care. Don't forget, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and be the Maharani of your life. Until next time, bye. Take care.